Monday.
Michigan is generally
Parade and
accepted that all
wife carrying
vacation
contest
days
on the
during
30th.
summer
Yes.
months.
And then
However,
him
Vice
sing.
President of Travel Michigan Dave Lorenz says it doesn't have
So-
to be
This,
that way.
this station does a lot for the festival. You and Sarah are involved. I didn't see Todd here today, but is he behind closed doors?
He's in the back studio, theater
Because he
studio.
does our PA, as you know.
Right. And Marko, if you wouldn't mind coming over on this side. And Dave, would you mind turning down the heat a little bit? I tend to keep it really hot.
Yeah.
Reports
Something
on
like that.
vacations, whether big
Yeah,
trips or
that,
small
yeah.
weekend
Otherwise,
excursions,
when
stress
Kay
increased work productivity.
and
The site
Jim
also says that they
oh,
decrease depression and risks
Marty,
of heart
when they were
disease.
here last week,
Which suggests that
he had
safe
on a
winter
little sweater.
activities
He
will
was
also
literally, he's
improve
like,
your health.
Yeah, I layered up too.
Uh-huh.
I got like long underwear on, and I have
Right.
Rick Allen and that your key went over
my game day jersey.
yeah.
So we're going live, right?
We're going live, but I am also recording.
Science
And,
introducing the pre-formulated
like
alternating
2 by 4.
pentametric turbomodal turbine-powered thermodactylator.
So Dave, I'm going to start with you, and let's you and I talk a little bit. Is there anything in particular that you would like to say about Hagen Biba?
I think the big thing is people need to sign up for the enrichment classes.
Okay.
That's the next thing on the radar after the film, and
Okay.
people need to let us know as early as they can so we know how many to prepare for.
Okay. And
And I don't have a schedule in front of me, so I
Oh,
can't. I don't want to miss something, but that's the big thing. I'd like to
Right.
finish the classes.
I take it. Yeah, I've been carrying all my folders everywhere, doing things at home. And I'm like, okay, did I leave it at home?
I can wing it if I have to.
Yeah, I won't ask you for specifics because
you.
we both know.
What I can say for certain is that the classes begin Monday.
Yes. Yes. And how many years has Hagen Biba?
I think 1999 was the first
Okay.
year, or maybe 98. So
Okay, well, how about we won't get too specific, we'll say long time running.
yeah, it's been it's in its second decade for sure,
Yeah,
which is a real open window.
right. And yeah, so I'll start with you, and then we'll introduce Marko, and Albrecht.
Albrecht,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Not a Finnish last name, German.
Okay.
German American.
All right, and Marko, just so you know, when I do an interview, I keep some things in front of me,
Okay.
but I like to keep things more conversational.
Sure.
So, that's
Some
wonderful.
customers.
Perfect. I'll roll with you.
Okay.
This
all
guy's
right.
the father of 4-year-old twins. Rolling is the name of the
Oh
game.
gosh, yeah.
Now at the
That's
Home
right.
Depot,
I saw
you
your
can get 10% off appliances,
I saw your picture when I
$396
was,
or more.
I took the
So
computer.
let's do
Beautiful
better
family.
features.
Thank you.
fewer
Very
bucks.
nice. That
Thank you.
picture
Savings
was
on
just
brands like
great.
LG, KitchenAid,
On the
and
water,
Samsung.
you
Yeah, that's in my summer cottage in
Oh.
Finland.
It's
Yeah.
Oh,
cleaner,
gosh.
spin faster, and
Okay.
chill sooner. Let's do this. With 10% off appliances, $396 or more. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid
Weather
January
report.
27th, 2016. U.S. only. See store for details.
The following was recorded at a Burger King drive-thru at breakfast.
Morning, welcome to Burger King.
Can I get a sausage, egg, and cheese per sandwich?
Sure can. Right now they're 2 for $4, but could you say that word again?
Chris sandwich?
Where I'm from, we say croissant.
Where you from?
From behind this counter?
Piled high with thick-cut bacon or savory sausage, fluffy eggs, and melted cheese. Get 2 Kris sandwich breakfast sandwiches for just $4.
I might
Only
need you
at
a
Burger
little
King.
bit closer.
Limited time only.
Little on the group.
This afternoon, we'll see cloudy skies
Sorry, Dave.
today with snow showers likely. Temperatures will be at around 20.
I think this one's
Snow
Dave.
likely throughout tonight.
Sometimes it's
Accumulations
pre-recorded
of
and
4
sometimes
inches
it's
in the
me.
low 20s.
I just talked
Snow
over.
continuing on Friday. Accumulations possible mid-20s. We'll go at the right weather center.
Well, thank you. Sorry about that, Dave. Didn't mean to tromp all over you with my snowshoes on, but it happens now and then. Good morning, Kris Kyro with you. 8 minutes past 9 o'clock. We have guests in the studio. Very happy to have Dave Maki, the assistant editor for the Finnish American Reporter, and also filmmaker Marko Albrecht. So thank you both for coming in today. I'm so
Pleasure
excited.
to be here.
I know. I'm so excited,
you.
Dave. We're going to start with you, Dave, and Hagen Biba is one of the busiest times of the year for for Finlandia, I believe. That's my personal opinion. Would I be correct?
Absolutely right. Every January, once we come off of the enjoyment of Christmas and New Year's, we dive right into the next significant Finnish-American holiday, that being Heikenpäivä. And things are well underway already. Mother Nature is cooperating, and we hope she continues for another couple of weeks.
Yeah, and Heikenpäivä has been going on for so many years, I'm literally beginning to lose track.
I am as well. It actually, the starting of the festival actually predates my involvement. I was still enrolled in college at the time the festival began, but after I became a full-time employee over at the Heritage Center, it fits right in with what we do.
Mm-hmm. As you know, I've been a big supporter of Heikenpäivä because I'm Finnish and, I'm päivä. And, I love it. It's so fun, and it's a great way for people, for everybody, to get to learn about the Finnish culture. We have one of the highest populations of Finnish people right here in this area. So it's a great way to learn about the culture, see what kind of things we find fun and entertaining, and then take part in the things that we find fun and entertaining.
That's exactly right. In fact, early next week, Monday, in fact, we start our enrichment programming. In fact, I understand that you're going to be providing some enrichment programming along with 2 other local artisans, and it's a way that people can learn about their culture or perhaps the culture of their neighbor, because if you're not Finnish, chances are if you live around here, you know someone who is.
Oh, for sure. Yes.
So
I'm teaching the 5-string kantele class, and we've got the wood carving, we've got making people baking delicious Finnish treats. So, like you said, it's real important people sign up.
Exactly. The classes are on Monday, and we will, to some extent, be able to accept walk-ins, but it's very helpful for everyone involved if you sign up in advance, because when you're teaching something like baking or wood carving or even the 5-string kantele, you need to know how many people you should plan for. You don't want anyone to be left without the materials they need.
Right. So, Dave, should they call Finlandia University to sign up or go to
Well,
the
actually,
website?
the person taking registrations is one of my fellow Finnish Theme Committee members, Mary Pekkala. And you can call her during normal business hours. Please don't wake her. She's at 482-1413, and she's handling the registrations for all of our classes.
Okay. I know there are a lot of people. Every year we get an influx of people into our area, students, families, friends, tourists. So if you haven't ever had a chance to take part in Heikenpäivä, consider this your invitation. It is something you won't forget.
That's absolutely right. It's a great festival, and yes, it does have the obvious Finnish theme, but you certainly don't have to be Finnish to enjoy it.
That's right. Dave, thank you. I'm gonna focus on Marko right now. Marko Albrecht, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for having me here.
Yes. Now, Marko, tell us a little bit about your background. Marko is the filmmaker. SISU is going to be shown today at the Finlandia Heritage Center, 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock. So I want to first introduce you as Marko and find out what's your background. What is your story in a nutshell?
Well, I am a dual citizen American Finn, born in Chicago. My mom, Päivi, immigrated when she was 26 or so to be an au pair, and met my father in Chicago, and ended up staying. She ended up staying there, had children, and then that was our existence, the start of our existence. And then she raised us as basically Finns in America. You know, everything we did, our whole culture was just as much Finnish as it was American, from Christmas to traveling to Finland every other summer, to everything, basically dancing in the Finn Lady things and at the museum in Chicago. Basically, we were Finns in America. Mä puhun suomea kansalaiset, so I speak Finnish and English as much as I can. Trying to teach my kids Finnish, so it's always been a part of me, from my Finnish blood. And I've been in Jersey and New York City for about 15 years now, and I'm married and have 2 beautiful children and an amazing wife, Daniela, and my children, Axel and Ariella.
Yeah. Now, are they here?
No, they didn't make the trip this time. Unfortunately, I'm not even gonna be able to stay around for the whole entire event because we're doing the screenings today of my documentary, SISU, Family, Love, and Perseverance from Finland to America, which is the reason that I'm here, of course.
Right. That's right. And I am glad to hear that you're passing on the language.
Thank you.
That is, to me, I speak some Finn. When I was a child, though, at that time, some of the grown-ups were like, "Oh, we like it that you don't know what we're saying," and I'm like, "No, I want to," and so that happened in my family. So I have gone to Finlandia, and I've taken the they offer the Finnish courses, and I've done that. And so I'm real happy to hear that the language is being passed along, because as we know, it's so important to know who we are, and
Right.
this is a huge part of who we are. So you were in Chicago, and it was you were raised Finnish American, and you got to enjoy both sides of
Right.
and then traveling to Finland. So at what point did you become involved in creative things like making documentaries? And
Well, ever since I've come from like basically a bloodline of creative people, if you want to call it that.
Yes.
My grandfather, my uki in Finland, was a photographer, and he was also in World War II, so he fought on the front lines. But he also was a journalist for the Turun Sanomat. So then my father's an architect, my mother's a photographer, my grandmother played the piano. So at a young age, my mom gave me the old VHS camera. I would run around and just shoot little skits. And then that transformed into a love of filmmaking. Started making little skits and videos. I got an internship at 18. Got a soccer scholarship to come out to New York after my mom passed away, which is one of the reasons I started making the documentary. So I ended up in New York and just hustled my way through the entertainment industry, and I have a video marketing company, which is my bread and butter, and then I'm a filmmaker as well.
yes, and Marko you've worked for Bravo, exclamation
Yeah.
point, style, and also you worked on Spider-Man 3. These are just a few of the projects that
Right.
you had a chance to. What kind of things did you learn? Was it something different for each project, or was it a...
Yeah, 100%. I mean, there's nothing, like in the kind of intermediary, working up the ranks, you sometimes do little things that are medial, but sometimes you do great things. Luckily, I've been able to transform and to get some really cool clients for my company, like Marko WOLV is one of our clients. He's actually part Swedish.
Yes, yes.
So we work with some guys like that. But I learned, basically, SISU is a great thing to have in any career in life, especially. And the reason I started making the film SISU was I wanted to show my children what SISU was about, where it came from, and then I started making it. I'll just make the segue that
Yes,
my uncle, his name is actually Heikki. He was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer and told he had 6 months to live. But he lived longer, and the film is a profile of how our family uses SISU over 2.5 years flying. I was going back and forth from Finland to America many times, basically filming my family as we're going through this voyage of tragedy. But it brought us together, unfortunately, and with SISU and love and faith, we move forward and conquer tragedy. And yeah.
So this was like the impetus for the film?
Yeah, the film. Well, the film. I've always had an idea. My mom always shot a lot of photos and videos, so I have stocks and like so much, B-roll, if you want to call it that, videos and photos and boxes of 8mm tapes and 8mm film and VHS tapes. So I had all this stuff to work with, and I thought I was going to be able to show my children just this kind of like memorial of my mother, because she passed away when I was 16. And then while I started doing it, literally like a month afterwards, my uncle was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and he's my mom's surviving brother, Heikki. So it became a voyage into the depths of your soul, looking at how much SISU really does transcend everyday life, and it becomes a part of your spirit.
Right. So this collection, this documentary, how long would you say it took you? How much work? How months?
Years. Well, I started making it in late 2011, and with the documentary, Alfred Hitchcock, he said, the director is God in film. God is the director in the documentary. So I followed my uncle as he progressed worse through his cancer, but also he got married during the time. My cousin, his daughter had a kid. We went to Finland. My children went to Finland for the first time. So there's these great moments that are mixed in with this bitterness of losing someone at the same time in this film. So it became about a 3-year process.
Yeah, that's a lot of time.
Yeah.
SISU, because we know what it is. I think we're born with it. I do. I just do. And I think a spirit of survival and courage and determination, I think that really helped the people in Finland, get through life.
Right.
And of course, I think it's like part of our genes, because we come from these people. So to me, it's a very important word. It's a short word, but it's a powerful word. And I can't wait to see, and I'm coming this afternoon. I can't wait to see this.
Great.
This documentary. What are your plans for the film?
Well, we had a couple screenings in the fall. We did a screening in Finland. We did a screening at this FinFest, and now the Haking Bay screening. And we have, it's a nonprofit film, so all proceeds are actually going to organizations that help youth. And one of them being this event we're actually putting on in Chicago, where I grew up, where we're gonna, like a TED for teens. So we're doing these influential speakers speaking to teens about careers and different fields and spirituality, faith, and also SISU. So how SISU can help you move forward in life. So it's a nonprofit film. So it's hard to really put the marketing budget into it and the kind of things like a normal distribution. So it's a guerrilla grassroots distribution. SISUfilm.org. People can support, donate. All proceeds go to charity. So it's a labor of love.
That's right. Well, I personally thank you for your labor of love, because things like this, once they're created, once they're made, they're there for years to come, for family, for your kids, for generations. And so I think that's what I love about the arts. People can give a gift like this, and it truly does keep on giving.
Yeah.
So when are you heading back?
Well, it's a short trip. We're actually I'm
Yeah.
heading back tomorrow. I got in yesterday, but Jim and Dave from the Finnish American Reporter in Finlandia, the Finnish American Heritage Center have been great, and they brought me out here. So I'm really looking forward to this couple days out here, which was a little longer.
I know.
It's,
I know.
It's when we have twins at home, so you kind of
That's right.
you make
Marko.
time work when you have it.
Yes, he's got a couple of twins, so we were laughing. He knows what this was. Just got to keep up.
Yeah, I
with
mean,
this.
SISU, to me, like you said, it describes Finland really in a four-letter word, but it really is the meaning of, I think, not just being a Finn, but many people could use SISU. I mean, the world can use it right now.
Oh yeah.
Using that, turning a dark time into a bright moment. Taking the darkest moment in your life and making that something that's a fire, instead of burning you down, but burning you forward, a path in life. And that's kind of what I would like SISU to leave on people, is that it's a trait that not only Finns have, we all have. We just have to find our SISU and make it move us forward, bring SISU with us around and spread it around and inspire SISU and other people. That's the point of the film.
Right. And one last note, what would you have to say to young people, this younger generation coming up, your twins, people in their teens, who are maybe just learning about their heritage, where they come from? What would you like them to remember?
Well, definitely SISU is a great thing to learn about Finland. I mean, SISU has formed a Finnish culture just as much as Finland formed SISU. Travel to Finland, experience it, try to speak the language, learn the history. It's great. Be good to other people in your community and work with the community. Definitely try to travel to Finland if you can, for people, to young kids, and get the free education there.
Yeah.
So people don't know that, free college, free university. Go for a couple of years of school there, do some traveling. It's a beautiful Turku, best city in the world, one of them. That's where my family's from. It's an amazing city. There's so many great things in Finland to see, and kind of reminds me of Turku, and the little cities in Finland remind me of Hancock and Houghton a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you mentioned that, because I was going to ask you any similarities that you see here and in Finland.
The riverfront, for sure.
Isn't
the
that
fact
neat?
that it's on the river, right?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful little town, yeah.
Yeah, when I went to Finland back in 2000, then I came back, I'm like, well, now I know why so many settled here. Because to me, it looks a whole lot like the places I went to in Finland.
Yeah, it does.
So, yeah, thank you so much for coming in today, Marko.
Well, thank you for having me.
And Dave, Maki, any closing thoughts?
There's plenty to do at Hakenpäivä, including the film this afternoon and this evening. I hope people will come out tonight or today or tonight and have that be the start of their Hakenpäivä experience.
That's right. Thank you. Dave Maki, we've been speaking with, the assistant editor for the Finnish American Reporter, and also with Mark Albrecht, who is the essential creative founder and filmmaker extraordinaire. Look how small that print is, Mark. I'm sure it's supposed to be. Where's my pen?
Well, SISUfilm.org is SISU Family Love and Perseverance from Finland to America. Kiitos sinulle. That opportunity. I'm trying to say opportunity in Finnish. I don't know what that one is.
Yeah. All right, good.
Kiitos.
Thank you so much. Kiitos to you also. Thank you. And we will return with more music after these messages. You're listening to 97.7 The WOLV. Houghton Community Broadcasting and the Copper Country Humane Society have brought to you the 12 Docs of Christmas. We'd like to thank the families that have already adopted one of our featured pets, and remind you that there are still some who need a home.
We're off there.
Look for all. Yeah. Sorry about that.
This is the first time being on live radio, so it's
right. Yeah. Thank you for checking. Because
I'm kind of whispering that over here.
Yeah.
Okay. We'd like to thank our season-long sponsors.
No, you're live. Oh.
Yeah, you're live.
Well then.
As
Gosh, I hope I hit the high points. You did an excellent job, of course, you're a professional that you are, so.
I don't know about that, but thank you.
Yeah, you did. Nice and
You're
smooth.
very smooth on the air.
Very
Oh,
smooth.
that's good.
Yeah.
Good.
You didn't stammer once.
No,
Really?
no.
All right, good. I used to watch a lot of talk shows, late night as a kid. Dave Letterman, you know.
Oh, yeah.
The 12 Dogs
Yeah.
of Christmas.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to just fix this. Now, would you like me to send you both a copy of the interview?
Yeah, definitely. I'll take it. I do a video blog of all my travels and like my little
Okay.
events, so I'll add this to the video blog.
Okay.